everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I do not know if this is going to be the first video I upload or if I've already uploaded a vlog by now. I really don't know, but happy new year and welcome back. I hope everyone's had such a lovely Christmas and a lovely start to their new year. I definitely have taken some time just to take a step back, not put too much pressure on myself, because that is something I do a lot when it comes to the new year. I know I set my goals extremely high, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. However, I set such high goals, therefore I get stressed because I put so much pressure onto myself and I try and do so many things in January. So I just thought it'd be best if I just take a little step back in January, decide what it is I want to do, not have to overthink things. Saying that, I have missed vlogging so much, and I thought it was probably quite a nice time in my life just to do like a big general catch up. And so I did ask on my Instagram any questions that you guys had for me, and the list was extremely long, so I'm very excited. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was some of these questions have been asked a million times. It's about time that I answer them. I've got so many questions. I'm going to try and do this quickly because not the answer the questions quickly, but I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can. I know that people's attention span nowadays is not as long as it used to be, although I am such a YouTube girly at heart. Like, I will always watch long form videos. I just love them so much. When I'm cooking my dinner, when I'm waking up in the morning, when I'm doing my makeup, I just love throwing on like a YouTube video of my favorite YouTubers. So I think at heart I will always be a long form girly. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a really nice positive one, and that is, what has 2025 got in store for you? And I hate to be that person. I know every single influencer and YouTuber says this. I do actually have lots of and I'm very blessed to say this, exciting things coming up this year, and annoyingly I can't even tell you half of them. But oh my goodness, I'm so excited for so many of them. I really feel as if this is the year for my career. I've been manifesting it. It's really weird. I know a lot of people are going to say this is strange, but I've had such a strange feeling about 2025 for such a long time, but such a good feeling. 2024 was a really great year for me, but I think with my career, I decided to just take a little bit of a step back out of my own personal choice and just really focus on myself. I definitely went through a lot last year, a lot that I never even spoke about on here, a lot of loss. I mean, I went through a heartbreak and then ended up finding the love of my life. Honestly, last year was a big whirlwind for me. I ended up leaving 2024 the happiest I've probably ever been in my life, which I'm so grateful to say. Truly and honestly, I can say I am the happiest version of myself I've ever been. I've never, and I don't mean this in a I love myself sort of way, but I feel like I've really learned to love myself, which I've not done my entire life, and I've always been very hard on myself. For the past 6 months, I can honestly say I've never been so kind to myself, which makes me really happy. And so yeah, last year I really just wanted to focus on being healthy, just feeling good from inside out, and I feel like I have accomplished that. Is something I'm always going to work on, but I think last year that was really my focus, and I'm really happy that I did spend a lot of time doing that. I've learned that actually sometimes say no and do the things that, you know, make you feel really good about yourself. And so yeah, that was my mindset last year, was just to focus on myself. Anyways, 2025, the big question, because I feel like I've worked on that, I feel as if this is the year for my career, and I really hope so. I'm manifesting it, I'm putting it out there. It's really weird. I've had this weird feeling about 2025 for such a long time, and I know it probably sounds really strange, but I just have a feeling this is just going to be such a great year for me, and I really hope so. I really hope it's such a great year for all of you guys that are watching this right now as well. I'm manifesting it for all of us. I'm putting it into the universe. It is going to be such a great year. This kind of goes on to another question, but something that I'm also doing in 2025, because one of the questions is, when are you and Imogen telling us about what you're dropping? So Imogen and I's brand, I think you guys have figured out it's a brand by now, is actually launching this year, beginning half of this year. In fact, I don't even think I'm allowed to say this, but it is actually going to be launching in March. Well, hopefully March. Imogen might actually kill me for saying that, so might actually need to get her to check this video before I post it, but it should be launching in March, which is so exciting, like so exciting, because we have been working on this for over 2 years now, which is just madness. I mean, we have been trying at it for such a long time to get it right, and I just feel like we've got it right now, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it, and it's something I'm so passionate about. And yeah, I'm just so excited. I can't even express to you how excited I am. So I've got that coming out this year. And actually going on to that, it's funny because I never ever would have thought that I would be releasing my own brand. It was never something I actually particularly wanted to do. I know a lot of influencers and YouTubers end up starting their own brands. I've been offered to start my own brand with a lot of help so many times. To be honest, that it doesn't take that much work, but I can put my name to it and they kind of do everything and it looks like it's my own brand. And I've always said no. Like, truly, I've always said no, because there's never been anything I've been that passionate about that I've been wanting to start my own brand for, until Imogen and I thought of this idea, and it was something that we just bonded over. It's something we're so passionate about, something we love so much, something we spend all of our money on. It just made so much sense, and it's just been such a journey for us because we have genuinely just done it, the two of us. We have failed it so many times. It's not turned out right. I mean, honestly, if we could tell you the things that we have gone through, it has been an absolute roller coaster, but it's finally happening this year and I'm just so excited. So that's one thing for 2025. The other things, annoyingly, I literally can't tell you about, but hopefully a really great year. I don't want to start telling you how excited I am for things that I can't tell you about because I know that is super annoying. But yeah, the plan for 2025 is just onwards and upwards, staying positive and kind to myself, and just really working really hard. Are you still going to move to the US? Again, there was a lot of US questions, like, are you still going to move there? Did anything come from when you spent time in the US? So to answer this question, I guess it's kind of like a up in the air question. At some point, I definitely do think I will move to the US, and this is purely for the reason of acting. LA is the heart of acting, and I absolutely love acting. It is one of my favorite things in the entire world to do. It's my biggest hobby. I'm so passionate about it. I love movies, I love film, I love West End, and it's something I would absolutely love to do in the future and something I've really been working towards. So I definitely think in the future I will do, but there's just a few things at the moment. I mean, one of them being I need a visa, which I don't currently have. I'm kind of close to getting a visa, but the process of it is just very long. So one being I don't have a visa. Two, I think it would be really hard for me to make the jump when all of my family are here. I love my grandparents. I love my family. I'm so close to them. I have my nieces and my nephews, and I think without me having work out there, I think it would be a huge jump. And it's something I think about a lot. And I know sometimes you need to take that leap. But for now, I think throughout this year, I'm going to go spend as much time as I can in the US. But I think I will keep my home here, because I'm very much a homebody. I love my family so much. I love traveling, as you guys know. I travel all the time, but something always just draws me back home. And I think that something is my family and my friends. But right now, I don't think I'm going to make the decision like, oh, I'm going to go move to the US tomorrow. And also, we can spend 6 months in the US without a visa. Acting is my absolute biggest dream, my biggest goal. And so I will do anything I can to make that happen and make it become a reality. But I don't know, I love the UK. I really love the UK. I mean, my dream, my absolute dream is to spend half of my life in the UK and half my life in the US. And I hope that's what happens in the future. But obviously that is my biggest dream. So we'll see. But to answer your question, I'm not moving there just yet. Okay, the most asked question of all time. I cannot believe how many people actually wanted to know this. But this is, how did I meet my boyfriend? Not gonna lie, I really wish that Josh was here right now, because I feel as if we tell this story so good together. And I wouldn't get too excited because it's not that amazing, it's not that great of a story, and actually we always joke how we should come up with this like really amazing story as to how we met each other. We bumped into each other and it was love at first sight, but actually it was actually online. But let me just explain. So again, Josh loves this story because in this case I was a stalker, but this is your sign to shoot your shot. And I never thought that I would do this, but here we are. So I was scrolling down my TikTok one evening and I saw that somebody had tagged Josh in a photo, and I remember thinking, oh my goodness, I fancy that guy so much. I clearly had so much spare time on my hands. He wasn't actually tagged and I was like, who is he? Anyways, I ended up going through comments and then finding his Instagram, found his Instagram, followed him, didn't message him or anything because I thought, and I've always thought, I really feel as if personally I'd always want the guy to, like, I don't know, make their first move, and I thought I'm already following him, so if he fancies me, he'll message me. Anyways, he did message me and I never replied to him at the time, and it wasn't me trying to play hard to get or anything, but I was actually really unwell, and I was really unwell for like a week, so I didn't respond to him. And then a week later, once I was better, I had ended up replying to his story. He was like really funny and really off with me and basically said, aren't you married? And fully thought, and it's really funny because I remember typing into the group chat, like my girls group chat, like, wait, is this guy like trying to flirt, like, aren't you wifed off yet? Or does he actually think I'm married? Anyways, now knowing Josh, he fully thought that I was married and was like, why is this girl messaging me? Thought I had kids, thought my nieces and nephews were my kids. And so he was really funny with me, and it took like almost like convincing him that I'm not married and I don't have kids. And then after that, he basically straight away asked me if I wanted to go on a date, and I really wasn't going to go on a date with him. Now I know I went out of my way to literally have to stalk him and follow him, but honest to God, I was not going to go on a date with him because really judged him, and I really thought that he was going to be a typical boy. That is fully what I thought he was going to be, and I'm so grateful that I went on a date with him because he is so far from that. He is the kindest person I probably ever met in my life. Just is the complete opposite of a boy. I mean, any person that has met Josh has said he just really is the kindest soul. He has the biggest heart, and I definitely got very lucky. I'm so grateful for him. And yeah, honestly, since our first date, I mean, we've honestly spent like every day together. We truly spend so much time together. And so yeah, that's how we met each other, which is really cute. And he's actually messaging me right now, speak of the devil. But yeah, I mean, there's a million questions regarding Josh and I think that's because I guess I haven't posted too much online. I know it probably came kind of out of nowhere for you guys, but we literally spent almost every single day together, and so he was naturally just in the vlogs all the time. But yeah, if there's any more questions, then maybe at one point we could do a video where we sit down together and answer them. But yeah, that's how we met each other. This is really cute. It says, please continue the day in the lives on TikTok. Thanks. I actually love doing TikTok vlogs. That is definitely the thing that I love doing the most. It probably the thing that I actually enjoy watching the most on TikTok is vlogs. Like I love watching Anna Paul's vlogs. I love how fast paced they are. I think they're so good. So thank you. I'm really glad that you enjoy them. That makes me very happy, especially because I don't feel like I'm that good at TikTok. I don't know. I think because I've always just been a YouTube girly, I feel like I'm a YouTube girly through and through. So that actually means a lot. How do you manage to split your time between work, family, lifestyle, etc.? To be honest, this is something I really struggle with, and it's something that definitely stresses me out a lot. Is I'm not very good at managing my time. I mean, maybe my friends and family would say differently, but I just feel as if I always have a lot going on. I do just really struggle, and it stresses me out, and I leave. Oh wow, my car's just turned itself off. I think the things that I do is I always plan out my week. Not that it ever goes to plan, but I always plan out my week. I write down the things that I want to get done that week, and I go in priority order. That's how I do it. And some weeks I, you know, really make sure I make an effort to go and see my grandparents, go and see my family, go and spend time with the kids. And some weeks I focus on my career and, you know, brand deals that I need to do and things like that, and social media. And so I think that's the way that I work it, is I look up kind of what's a priority for that week. And, you know, if I've been posting loads on social media the last couple of weeks and getting all my work done, then, you know, next week I'll think to myself on the Monday morning, right, I'm really gonna take time out to go and see my friends, to message my family. I think that's like the best way I've come up with managing my time. But like I said, it's not necessarily something I'm that good at, and something I find really stressful. You know, when I don't have time to see my family and friends, I feel so guilty, so guilty. But also when it comes to outside pressures of family and friends and seeing them, I think anyone that truly loves you will know that you're not seeing them for any other reason than you are just busy, and life is busy. I know a lot of people say, you know, you're not busy for the ones that you love, but we all are busy. We all have our own lives. We all have our own things going on. You never know what somebody's going through. So I think, you know, sometimes what I do is I'll call my mum up and I'll say to her, hey mum, I know I haven't seen you in a couple of days. I'm so sorry. I've had so much going on. I really want to see you. How about next week we arrange lunch or something and have like a big catch up that way? And my mum always understands. I mean, she's my mum. She's always going to understand. But I think sometimes just explaining to people I have a lot going on and this is where I'm at is like a thing that I do a lot. And I have to do a lot because I then freak out and I feel guilty and I'm like, I haven't seen my family in 3 days. But yeah, it's something I'm not very good at, if I'm being honest. Have you had any jaw filler or masseter Botox? I get told that I've had jaw filler all the time. I've never had jaw filler. Jaw filler actually widens your face. I know it gives you a really sharp jawline, but I've always had a very wide face. I know I don't now, being two things. One, I lost a lot of weight, and two, I have had masseter Botox, which personally I absolutely love. I had a very, very strong jaw. I've always had quite a wide face. When I had masseter Botox, it definitely slimmed down my face, and it stops you grinding your teeth at night, which is something else that I did as well. My personal preference, I absolutely love masseter. I'm really grateful that I got it done. I know it's different for everybody. I mean, it did make a huge difference to my face. I lost weight as well, so I mean, my face has definitely slimmed down. But I've never had jaw filler. That is something I do get asked a lot, and I'm not really one to get filler. I have my masseter here, and then another thing that I have done is lip flip, which is Botox here, because I don't want filler in my lips. However, I hate looking gummy, so I get like a bit of Botox here, and it basically means when I smile I don't lose my lip. So personally I prefer that to having something like lip filler, because I don't feel as if I need filler in my lips. Again, just personal preference. But yeah, I get asked that all the time, so hopefully that answers everybody's questions. What else have I not updated you on? My ACL, update on my ACL. Everyone always says to me, how do you work out your ACL? Have you had the surgery? I've not had the surgery. If you're new here, I have a completely ruptured ACL. To answer your question, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea how I'm doing everything I'm doing at the gym. I don't feel any pain whatsoever. If I hadn't seen the MRI results myself, I wouldn't believe I had a ruptured ACL. I really have no idea. I mean, at the time, the doctor basically told me, because I train a lot and my quads are very strong, they're almost like making up for my knee. That's why my knee is fine. So I guess my advice to anybody that has, you know, a problem with their knee would be to try and strengthen your quads, because from what the doctor's saying, really that's the only thing that's getting me through. And I've experienced no pain. My knee doesn't go anymore. If I'm being honest, it's really weird, and I don't know, but I'm not going to have the surgery anytime soon. I don't feel as if I need to, and it is about a year out, and I really don't want to do that. Any weight loss tips that helped you? I mean, there's a lot to do with my weight and my current training goals, so I'm going to try and answer that all in one. I really don't like talking about weight loss. I feel as if when you talk about weight loss, it can trigger a lot of people. So if it is something that triggers you, then I would maybe skip past this section of the video, and I will pop a time up where you can skip to if that is something that triggers you, because I know it can trigger a lot of people. I guess weight loss tips that help me. I mean, it's science, and the science is you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. And that is what I did. I was really unhappy with my weight last year, and like I said, I really wanted to go on a journey with myself, and I definitely did lose a fair bit of weight, and I feel really great because of it. I'm actually going to film a what I eat in a day tomorrow that kind of maintains my weight. But I mean, one of the things that massively helped me was eating a lot more protein, and I don't mean protein shakes. I mean like high protein meals, chicken, steak. My favorite thing in the entire world that I eat more than anything of is venison. It is, oh my God, it's so tasty, and it's like the leanest meat, and it's just absolutely delicious. So I think the thing that helped me the most was just eating a lot of protein. Protein fills you up. Protein also, you know, helps you build muscle as well. The more muscle you have, the faster your metabolism will work. The science of it though is you have to be in a calorie deficit, and the way to do that is you can go onto a macro calculator. You can see, you know, how many calories you need to eat to maintain the weight that you are, and then you can maybe just take off calories that way, and then you can slowly be in a deficit. Definitely don't go adding something like 1,000 calorie deficit, because you're never going to stick to it. It would be extremely unhealthy. You'll be so tired, you won't have any energy. I think the way to do it is do it very slowly. I just basically stuck to my calorie deficit. But also saying that, I actually wasn't really particular with tracking. So when I decided that I really wanted to lose weight, I really focused on just healthy meals that filled me up, and I wasn't even tracking my calories. However, I just knew that I was in a calorie deficit because I was losing weight. But the thing that I focused on was just eating a lot of protein. I do also just want to mention that there was nothing wrong with what my body was like. There's nothing wrong with what my body's like now. It's all completely personal preference. I was just at a point where I was just really unhappy within myself. Whenever I put on clothes, I didn't like them on my body. And so just overall, I just feel so much better. And I wasn't going to answer this this question because I know it can trigger a lot of people, but I honestly get asked it more than any question, and really the answer I've just given you, you can find out from a million people. You search the first thing into Google, how to lose weight, and it will tell you it is a calorie deficit. Yeah, the things that really helped me was having balanced, really good meals, and not being afraid of things like carbs and stuff as well. You know, I make sure every meal I have, it's got protein, fats and carbs in pretty much every single meal that I have. And then as far as fitness goals, and just personal body goals, so something I would love to do is definitely gain more muscle. I feel very, very weak, if I'm being honest. I definitely did lose weight on my diet more than going to the gym. I definitely was still training. I've always loved training, but I really decided to lock down on my diet. But something I really want to do is just be strong. I think feeling strong is just like the best feeling ever. And so I'm really trying to just, you know, build my upper body, make it strong, to be able to do like a pull up. Oh my God, I'd absolutely love to. I actually have a lot of goals when it comes to the gym. But yeah, and I think just being like physically fit overall, I'd love to do a high rocks. Love to do a high rocks. And so yeah, I really just want to get like super fit. I've fallen in love with fitness again, which is the best feeling ever. And so just get really physically fit, get strong. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like my fitness goals, if I'm being honest. There isn't much else. I'm not signing myself up to a marathon or anything like that anytime soon, but maybe a high rocks. Maybe you'll see me do a high rocks this year. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave this video here. I feel as if I've answered multiple questions like within one thing, but a lot of them were like focused on the same category, and so it just kind of made sense to jump from one thing to another question. I hope I didn't ramble on for too long. I feel as if maybe I did, but I just wanted to give you guys in-depth answers and answer them properly. I mean, there's still so many more questions and just so many lovely comments as well, and I'm so grateful for everybody that's still here, still stuck around, still watching my videos. It really and truly does mean the absolute world to me, and I am so grateful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A, and hopefully I shall see you guys very soon. Bye.